life with a 5-week-old baby. Let's talk about it. It's weird because I feel like time is both going by very fast and going by very slow. I'm feeling almost like an anxiety of, have I taken enough photos? Have I taken enough videos? His newborn scrunch is slowly disappearing and I'm like, oh my God, do I have that on camera somewhere? Because I never want to forget this. When I feed him and he makes his little faces, I think, I never want to forget these faces. Do I have this on camera? I'm just feeling like an urgency to capture everything while also having to appreciate that I want to be present and I don't want to be like living in front of my phone the whole time. So it's a difficult balance. I think that's been like my main, maybe not my main struggle. It's been one of the struggles of this period, is just feeling like every night I get this sadness of, did I take enough photos and videos today? I don't know if anyone else can relate to this. He's changing so much all the time. We're definitely seeing him come into what I think is his first leap from the Wonder Weeks. If you know, you know. He's so much fussier than he ever was before. We're seeing signs of that first sleep. So he's cried his first actual tear, which was so cute, but also so sad. And yeah, we're just seeing these signs of that first sleep. So I'm hoping in the next week or two, he'll calm down a little bit. He's been extremely fussy this last week, to the point where I really feel for people who have colicky babies, because you go through this all the time and you try all the things and nothing makes your baby stop crying. So yeah, grateful that he's not like that all the time, but we're definitely seeing increased fussiness at this stage. On a completely separate note, this week was the first week that I got back into a swimsuit, and it was the first time that I felt really, I don't know if sad is the right word, but just, I more understood when people say that you know, you feel like your body's not your own because you're not used to this body. And I think I touched on this before in last week's video too, but it felt even more pronounced being in a swimsuit because, for one, my black line along my belly button is still there, which is fine, but it's something that I'm looking forward to it going away, if I'm being honest, while still trying to celebrate it and love that it gave me my son, but I'm looking forward to my body looking like my own again. Also, again, I think I touched on this before, but the skin below my belly button, it just looks kind of deflated, and I can't pinpoint why. It just doesn't look the same as it did before. And I know I'm telling myself, like, you gave birth 5 weeks ago, like 5.5 weeks ago, your belly was out here, like your body's taking time to heal. I'm definitely looking forward to being able to exercise again and like do my glow up era, which I'm planning a lot right now. I'm like doing all the research of things I want to do. My body's not looking like my own or how it used to. And maybe it never will again, and that's okay, but I want to start feeling better about myself. So hopefully that will come with time. I think I've just lost my pink a little bit. In other news, my hair, I feel like, is eternally greasy. I don't know if this is another sign of postpartum, but I washed my hair yesterday, and like, I feel like it looks greasy. I have like a spot in the back that feels so gross. So today I'm going to go buy like a deep cleaning shampoo to see if that will help. But again, just another manifestation of me not feeling like myself. In other news, you might notice that I'm not in my normal house. We're still at the Airbnb. Long story short, at our regular home, our landlords are fixing the windows. They said it would be done before my son was born, and they got started before my son was born. They didn't finish in time, but there were some windows that had been removed that could not then be replaced. So we've been living in my house for the past month with these windows just basically boarded up, which felt like living in a hole. So we finally said, look, go and do the work. They said it would take 3 days, but we rented an Airbnb for a week just to be safe. They've now called and said they want us to stay for pretty much another week. So it's just like, living out of a suitcase is not fun, as I'm sure you can imagine. Coming back to the 5-week review, I always told myself that I never wanted to focus on my baby's milestones. I didn't want to put too much pressure on it, but I'm definitely feeling a little bit more pressure now because I'm like, oh, should we be doing more tummy time? Should he be sitting up yet? Like, what should he be doing? Because I think TikTok's definitely making me feel pressured to get my son like at least pushing up soon, which from what I Google, I don't think that's like, I think 5 weeks is a little early for a baby to be like pushing themselves up all the way. I'm having to remind myself, like, his pace is the pace. You're doing your best. He's doing his best. Like, that's all that matters. And just love him and he'll be fine. My mom is still here this week. She's leaving, I think, next week at some point, which is going to be a whole new chapter of parenthood because I'm not going to have someone to like help me during the day when my husband's at work. So that's going to be interesting. But yeah, that's week 5. I think the biggest challenges have been with myself and with the house situation. My son himself has been wonderful. So we'll see. I'm excited, but also excited to go home. I'd love to hear if you have a baby this age, what is your experience? Does this sound familiar? Do you have a different experience? Please let me know.